What up, Trader Gang? We're going to do a very quick compare and contrast versus the ARM daily chart and Palantir daily chart. And nuances are everything in this game. So we're going to look at why I was so interested in ARM and why I had no interest in Palantir. And sure enough, ARM melted the whole day actually. Palantir did not. And this play actually worked really, really well. So things that I really love is, so first of all, this stock, like fair value wise, equilibrium, like we mostly spent many months at $60. We kind of have the blowout earnings that occurred on 2-8, February 8th. And then we had that super euphoric mega blowout day. And so after this was post capitulation. Anything after that, I kind of consider backside unless we get above those highs. And really, all of this was pretty weak. And so the thing I would point out is like, especially when tickers like, so this happened on 2-12. And so meanwhile, look what Nvidia is doing after that. So Nvidia then goes on to have like another massive leg where it goes up like 30% plus. SMCI has had its times where, so 2-12, so SMCI had a major run. This went to highs. SMCI is much higher. So everything has settled in higher. Nvidia, which is really the semiconductor leader, had been exploding higher, and this stock really couldn't go anywhere. On a fundamental basis, not that I put too much weight onto that, this is by far the most expensive semiconductor out there. It had a lot of float locked up, but there was a lockup expiry for SoftBank, but they're not seemingly selling too much. But anywho, so one of the big factors is this had the biggest capitulation ever after a huge move up from a really much lower equilibrium. Then as we zoom in here, what we had is we had just subsequent lower highs. So we've got a lower high at 150, then like the next high is lower, the next high is lower, the next high is lower, the next high is lower. And we even had some news on 4-9. I don't remember what this was. Maybe it was rumors. I don't remember off my head. I think it was rumors that somebody was using the ARM chips for something. Maybe it was, I don't remember. But anywho, it got faded super hard. And the stock has been really pressing down on a very clear support level. That's what I also like about this. And even this subsequent little bouncer, it's getting weaker. So we have a stock that is relatively weak versus the sector. It is backside post capitulation. It has a very clear support level. And even interesting as well is the prior day, Nvidia, so SMCI yesterday was really strong, right? We can see that there. Nvidia itself was up, nothing crazy, I don't know, percent or two. And ARM really has not been able to go anywhere. We're really sitting tight onto that support. That is a really small, tiny bar against that. We've had a lot of time consolidating up here. So those are all things that I really like. Then also we have a potential catalyst in that ASML was getting owned today. I kind of think this ARM was ready to break anyways, but that certainly adds to some of the jitters. So all of these things made ARM very compelling. So then on the Palantir side of things, so this stock really didn't capitulate. Like if anything, this is just a strong stock. It's been steady strong most of last year. It's been strong most of this year. We did have a big earnings day. We had some follow through, but I wouldn't really describe these as capitulatory. If anything, this day is just kind of day one of the breakout and nothing that nuts. It's not capitulatory. We steadily go higher. There's no big down days. There's no blow off tops. This stock is just a strong stock. Nothing euphoric about it. Certainly we did get some volume capitulation, but again, this was just earnings, and so it's just day one earnings. Then we had strong follow through, zero capitulation. I wouldn't say we got extended anywhere, and then we proceed to make highs above that whole breakout range. We go higher. And so yes, the stock is rolling over, but there also isn't, we're kind of just back in, if anything, we're below kind of the recent equilibrium of the last few months on just what's been a steady, strong stock. It's not really having capitulation. We're pulling back in towards this gap level to begin with. So maybe some people that missed out on the earnings buys are looking to buy into that gap, into that pullback. So I can't really make the same arguments in Palantir that I can in ARM. In fact, I view a lot of this consolidation as just super noisy in general. Yes, we're making some lower highs here, but there's no just super tight level. This prior day was kind of weak. And again, I just don't think there's much meat on the bone anyways. And to again, just contrast that with ARM, this had an equilibrium for a while, all the way back here, super big euphoric, oopsies, crap. Oh boy. Oh God, it's all falling apart. Oh no, I did it again. Okay, we almost had a crisis there, folks. Almost had a crisis. So really, post blow off, we kind of held in the upper end of the range, and you could really see this start to fill back towards there. And that is essentially kind of what we did today. So some people might be wondering how to trade this. Obviously, short 120. And if you're doing a swing trade, you can give it prior bar highs. Now you would just be giving it to the highs of today, which were around 122.60, 70. Or you could just simply give it to the 120 level in general. And another way to do that as an intraday trade, that's the beauty of this as well today, is even the intraday kind of set up nice, where we were weak into 120-ish. We then roll over, we break into that level. And yes, it's kind of a little bit of a chase to short that 120, but this is such a big level on the daily where I don't even mind necessarily potentially just giving this to high of day, even beyond the break of prior bar highs. It really depends how you want to structure this. But there's a lot of ways to play it. Nothing so crazy. I don't think this was some incredible amazing op, but I just think for swing trading, it's quite an interesting daily setup. That's kind of how I structure this. I wasn't doing anything intraday or anything. And yeah, just food for thought. Those nuances matter. And that's kind of how I dissect these charts. Hope it helps. Thank you.